on, Josh. Tell this crap. Let me go. Come on.
Go. Hey, what's the big idea? Why are you taking him away for another bachelor?
Jesus, what is going on? Drop his arm. Put
this
the boy's
is my
arm
son.
down. Yes, and this is my centre.
So what?
Right? Alistair, do you want to go and see Louise now? Please? Josh, you all right?
Yeah.
Stay here for a while?
He's got a perfectly good home to go to, and he needs to be there.
Well, I think he wants to stay here now, all right?
I want him to come home.
You want me to
now.
tell the authorities? If that is what you would prefer, I will do it. Okay. What did you do? Did you just...
Good one, Max. You should be airdropped into Bosnia.
God, Dad! What are you doing?
Hi.
Josh, can you give us 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes, just...
I'd have called, but I really...
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, no, I would have telephoned, but I love the look on your face when I surprise you.
Well, it's fantastic. How long are you staying for?
Oh, well, a few days.
Right?
Yeah.
What for?
I've got to look up some old colleagues.
Yeah? Conference or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Hello, Maxine Summers. Oh, hi, Barbara. No, they're not in yet. No, that doesn't mean anything bad. It's just the pathology lab being really slack, you know. Yep, well, I'll give you a call when they come in, all right? Okay. Bye.
If I'm taking up your time, you just tell me to piss off.
No, I don't want you to piss off. I want to know where you're staying.
Well, I thought I might stay with you if that's not inconvenient.
Great. No, that's great. Yeah. I'd love you to stay with me. I just assumed that you'd be off, you know.
No, look, I just don't think we've seen enough of each other recently, Maxie, you know.
Yeah.
You're always too busy.
All right. It's my fault, is it?
Of course it is, yeah.
How's Mum?
She's terrific. She had a club
she?
meeting, otherwise she would have come down.
Oh, right. So it's up to me to look after you then?
That's correct. And starting with dinner, just the two of us tonight.
I can't do dinner tonight. I can't. I'm supposed to be meeting a friend.
Male or female?
Male. His name's Bill.
Serious?
No.
I'll put him off then. See him in a few days.
Listen, I thought we agreed that nothing was going to put this dinner off tonight. That will bring him along. Huh?
What the hell's he doing on the phone anyway?
None of our business.
Got no problem with meeting your old man.
That's
Okay.
What we got here?
All right. All right, I can't talk now. Listen, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, fine.
Take it on the chin like a man, did he?
What we got? It's bloody stench.
Burnt out bottle of meth over here. Could have exploded. He might have been drinking the stuff, drenched himself, passed out. Spark from the fire.
Remember that arsehole a couple of months back? Went around torching old Deros while they were asleep?
Yeah, no, he got locked up.
Yeah, it could be a copycat. All right, let's get this place sealed off fast. That crime scene over here. Okay. Let's get this for forensics straight away. I better still, hang on. Pete, take this around, will you? See if we can get an ID on this bloke.
Yeah.
Your father hit you, didn't he?
We had a row last night and he had to go at me this morning.
What about? You don't know. Has he hit you before like this? Your mum know about it?
Well, she cops it too.
Yeah? What does she do about it? How's she handle it?
She reckons we have to try not to make him angry.
What do you reckon about that? Hey, what do you think about that?
I just don't want to go home.
Why?
He doesn't like me. I just give him the shits. I always have.
Hi. Hey, does he talk?
Hello.
Hi, Mrs. Edison. I'm Maxine Summers.
From the crisis place.
Yeah, that's it. Is it all right if I come in? I've been seeing Josh and, well, I just worried about him.
Oh, he's at school.
Is he?
And Neil's at work.
Right. He's been saying his father beats him.
Josh exaggerates.
Right. Well, you know, if it's true...
Oh, he's always been a difficult boy. He was just trying to do the right thing by him.
He also said that you get hit as well.
It's not true.
Isn't it?
Nope.
Because, you know, if it is true, there's things that we can do about it. There's options that you can take.
Who's going to help? You?
Yeah. There's women's safe houses. There's financial institutions. There's hostels.
We're a family. It's not perfect, but we're together. I'm not going to break that up.
Okay.
Go, mate. This way. This way. Over here. Over here. 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 It's in there. It's in there. Right. Okay. Okay, just take a seat down here.
You're not just yet, all right?
Hey, Lionel. Lionel reckons he knows our mate with the purple hat.
Okay. You've got Cole's hat, eh? He says he never takes it off. You won't get hold of it.
Sit down over here, Lionel. So you know Cole? Do you know what Cole's surname is, Lionel?
Oh, Cole, don't know. No, don't know. Some wog name, mate.
Oh, that narrows it down. You're about 14 million.
Oh, you don't cough, you don't get off, do you? Where is the silly prick?
He's dead, Lionel. He's been murdered.
What?
He's been murdered?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Jesus, I should have stayed,
Why? Why? Did you see something last night? Did you see something in Anvil Lane last night, Lionel?
What?
Hey, what did you see there last night?
This bloke, he's starting to hassle Cole.
This bloke... Did you know this bloke?
Jesus.
So what did he look like, Lionel?
Oh,
This bloke? Was he old bloke, young bloke, what?
he's a young bloke.
Yeah, he's young. What did...
He's got,
What colour was his hair?
he's brown hair.
Brown hair, yeah.
Brown hair. He's pushing and shoving Cole, and Cole is pushing right back, right, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, and he's letting fly a bit of himself. I mean,
Yeah, so Cole had a
he
go
can
at him.
handle himself like he uses his fists that he's not too thanks.
Yeah, I'll bet.
As if I'd have been a few years younger, I'd have kicked that kid's ass.
Yeah.
Take him down, have a look at some mugshots.
Yeah, let him sleep it off first. Hey, Lionel, the bloke's here. They'll take you down there and you can have a sleep. And I'll give you a bit of a feed.
You got a softy magistrate this time. You were lucky.
Shit. Well, it's pretty shit on.
Yeah, well, just keep out of trouble, otherwise it could get messy.
Right, yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You must be Louise.
Oh, you're Maxine's father. She's told me nothing about you.
Oh, well, you're a complete mystery to me, dear.
Well, I'm a lawyer. You need one?
I've got a date with my daughter.
Yeah, she's with someone at the moment and that lot are waiting for her as well, so good luck.
Well, punctuality was never one of her strong points.
Well, it's hard with this job. Things crop up.
Oh, bullshit. No, she was born like that, you know. No, I used to race to get to her netball finals, and I'd invariably end up there before her.
Well, nothing's changed then.
So, you know her well, do you? Are you good mates, you two?
Good mates. Well, we've gone about friendship ass about.
Ah, you're up to the arse about stage,
So, you a doctor as well?
Yeah, surgeon and blacksmith on the country circuit. You know, bit of a masochist.
Really? You in town on business?
Always on business.
Well, Maxine could be a while, so you might have to find some way of keeping yourself busy.
Oh, I'll find something to amuse me.
Josh? Josh, you back here?
Mr. Addison.
I'm speaking to my lawyer. The advice he gave me is that you can't keep Josh here against my will.
Well, look, Josh is staying the night. Okay, if you've got a problem with the situation, we can discuss that tomorrow.
No, I don't think so. I think he's coming home now, okay?
Well, we've talked about this and we've reached a decision, and that's that he's staying.
Oh, you've talked about it and you've reached a decision. Well, I'm sorry, but he's coming home now. Come on, let's go.
Mr. Addison, I'm not comfortable with this. You know, Josh already has a head injury that is a direct result of your care.
Did you tell her that?
No.
No, it's a result of an examination.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of crap he's spinning you. I can tell you this, though. It's better for him, better for you, if he comes home now.
So you're threatening me now?
I'm not threatening you.
Well, it's better for me,
You
better
mean
for you. It
threatening?
sounds like a threat to me.
I don't think so.
I'm going to go and call the police. All right?
It's all right. I'll go with him. It's all right.
Josh, you don't have to live like this. You know, we've arranged for a place for you to stay tonight.
No, it's just better if I go with him now.
But I thought...
Okay. Let's go. Thanks for your concern.
You know what we should have? Swedish meat hash.
Is there such a thing?
Is there such a thing? My God. I did a tour of Vietnam in '69. I went there as an army surgeon. I had this triage nurse. She was a very, very blonde, Nordic-looking young lady. And sometimes after the theatre, we'd sneak back to her tent and she'd fire up her Kero stove and cook up this Swedish meat hash and serve it with beetroot and fried egg.
Was it any good?
Wasn't any good. It was awful. But the way she served it, you felt like a Norse god. So, where do you come from? Are you Balkan? Are you from Balkan background?
I'm Australian.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean your roots. I mean, there's obviously some sort of ethnic element in there. You've got that raw, earthy...
Raw?
Well, you know, the raw Slavic sexuality.
Does that line usually get you anywhere?
No, never, but I like to try it. No, I mean, seriously. You have an exotic quality that...
Well, I'm from Blacktown.
Well,
Hi.
that's near Balkan Hills.
Right, sorry, mate.
That's all right. Your colleague's been keeping me company.
Hi.
Hi, listen,
Thanks.
I should get going.
Oh, no. Just stay and dine with us. Well, look, you've got to eat, haven't you? You've got to have dinner, so why don't you stay with us? I mean, 3's much more fun than 2. Yeah, there we go. You have this. Now, you look like you could do with a drink, too. Wait,
no,
have
Dad,
another glass.
No, I'm right, thanks.
What's it, the booze thing? I thought you had that under control.
Yeah, I do, which is why I can't drink.
Well,
That's why I
just have
can't
one
drink.
glass. It's not going to hurt you.
Dad, no, thanks. All right, okay, I'll have a drink. Can I have mineral water, please? Thank you.
Mineral water. There we go. Yeah, see, I'm tapping the ball up the midfield, and there's only Bonnie Prince Chuckles between me and the goal. So I yelled out, "How's Camilla?" This is at a time when no one's supposed to be talking about the other woman. And the poor bastard got such a shock, he dropped his mallet.
Not surprised. A bit below the belt, is it? I mean,
Yeah.
playing polo, you were supposed to be gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. They're still allowed a bit of sledging.
Yeah, well, the monarchy leave themselves open to it anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly what I think. Yeah. You sure you're not from the Balkan?
What is with this Balkan thing?
Well, it's just, I knew this girl once from Dubrovnik, and she, you know, she's really sexy in that Slavic sort of way.
Hey, Dad, I think Louise has heard enough stories for one night.
Oh, sorry, Ed, I've been telling all the stories. Now, shut up.
No, I'm not saying you gotta shut up.
No,
I'm
come
not
on,
saying
Maxie,
that.
you tell us a story. Well, tell us a joke, then. Tell a joke. I feel like a bit of a laugh.
Actually, I should probably go.
Well, I'm not going. I've only just got here.
I'm not saying you've got to go, Dad.
Well, I'm going to stay and have a push-up.
I've got to be at the centre at 7, you know, so I'd probably better go.
Oh. Well, good night, then.
Do you want a lift, Louise?
No, I'll be right. Thanks.
Okay. Good night, Dad.
Good night. Sleep tight, sweetheart. She works too hard, you know. I mean, not with that really, but I mean, you got to know when to put your feet up sometime, and life's too short. Well, what about a little cognac?
We've got the autopsy report back on yesterday's burnt body. Do you have a name yet?
No, just Cole, that's all we got. We asked around and...
Cole.
Yeah, that's the trouble with bloody Deros. No one knows their name and no one knows where their bloody will come from.
Well, poor old Cole suffered 14 stab wounds before he was burnt. Looks like the one in the heart killed him. There was no soot in the airway, so the fire was definitely post-mortem. He had a couple of broken ribs and some bruising as well, so it looks like he copped a beating too. Time of death was around midnight, certainly no earlier. So obviously it's not a normal stabbing. It's like a pathological killing, so it might be linked to who he is. So let's get going with this ID. coffee's hot.
Oh, I don't know how to open this door.
Look, I really appreciate you coming to dinner last night and keeping Dad company, because I would have been ages.
Oh, it's okay. Your father's an interesting guy.
Did he say where he went after he dropped you home?
Yeah, we went out for another drink.
Yeah, because he didn't make it back to the apartment.
Maybe he made a friend.
Yeah, knowing Dad. Probably.
You got something you want to say to me, Max?
There he is. Cole Parnesi, age 53, no fixed address. There we are, got a bit of form for assault, just pub brawls.
I knew this man.
You knew this bloke? Well, why didn't you say so?
Because I was hoping it wasn't him. He's ex-army, 4th Battalion.
Ah, yes, Distinguished Conduct Medal. His son assaulted him. Look at that. No charges pressed. What's his son's name? Roger Parnesi.
Well, I'm Roger Parnesi, but that's not my father.
Right. What about you, Mrs. Parnesi? Do you recognise this person?
Yeah, I do. Wasn't he that older guy that was hanging around? You told him to piss off or something?
That was someone totally different. He was an old drunk sitting on the lawn, pissed out of his head.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't know this person?
No, not at all. No clue.
That's funny because our records tells us that you assaulted this man.
What? Oh, the record's wrong. I don't know any Cole Parnesi. My dad's dead.
No, I don't think our records are wrong.
What's going on, mate? What's all this about?
Cole Parnesi's dead.
Well, I don't know any Cole Parnesi at all, so who's Cole Parnesi?
No, none of them, no.
Take your time. Just take your time and really look at them. No one on this page.
Nobody there, no.
Okay. What about this one?
No, nothing of them.
None of them?
No.
What about the hair colour?
Oh, I suppose it was dark and no one was a bit pissed. Hang on. He was there. Hey.
That gentleman there was there.
Cole was in his car.
Are you sure?
Bloody oath, out
Bill?
of blue.
Just hold him there, dude.
He was there, all right.
You know this bloke?
I don't know him, but I remember him. Long, tall streak of chicken poop.
Him?
Yeah, him.
Look, I couldn't say anything in front of my wife. You got to understand that my daddy went crazy a couple of years ago, went straight off the deep end.
So your wife doesn't know that he was your father?
No way, I didn't want her to find out what kind of loser he was.
A loser?
Yeah.
Did he ever tell you about Vietnam?
Yeah, he raved about it all the time when he was pissed, never shut up.
Did he ever tell you about this?
He was a drunk. He'd have hallucination fits, he'd smash stuff up, he'd grab Mum, beat the shit out of her.
Apparently you assaulted your father a couple of years ago. Is that what happened last night? You went back there, what, to finish him off for good?
No, I was in wine, mate.
Don't call him mate.
We got a witness that saw you have a blue with your old man last night. In Anvil Lane, just a couple of hours before his death.
He was hanging around the house. I didn't want Amanda to see or find out who he was, so I dropped him back into town.
You dumped him in a lane?
No, he asked to be dropped off there. He didn't want to stay in a home.
So what was this fight about?
He wouldn't get out of the car.
So he asked you to take him to town, and then he doesn't get out of the car. Is that what you're telling us?
Yep, he was trying to embarrass me. He wanted my money. I wouldn't give it to him. That's probably why they robbed him, because they heard us making a huge fuss about money.
So what'd you do? Did you go back around there at midnight last night, did you? To shut him up for good?
I was in Wyong by 10:30 last night.
Can anyone verify that? Or did you stop off at a servo, or what about a motel?
I went straight through. They left a key out for me.
Bill.
So you got no alibi?
No.
We have an idea on the mugger.
Oh, good. So what we got, Lionel?
Hey, yeah. Well, that's him. I reckon that's your mugger there.
This one here?
Yeah.
I'm a bit confused here, Lionel. 1 minute you're telling me it's this bloke in here. Now you're telling me it's him. What's going on?
They both had a go at him.
So what time did you see this bloke in here in the lane?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
But then you saw this one come back? He gave Cole a bit of a hiding and took his money, did he?
That's right, yeah, him.
And you didn't see Cole for the rest of the night? And you didn't see this bloke in here come back in a car or anything?
No, I took off like I told you before.
Right. OK. You got anywhere to sleep tonight?
Oh, geez, it's a bit early to worry about that, eh?
Yeah. Well, you get yourself off the street, won't you, eh? Get down to the Matthew Talbot Hospital.
Right.
There's a bit of a problem that we need to talk about.
No. You're not making your affairs my problem again, Dad, all right?
Beg your pardon?
You know, when you and Mum used to touch each other, do you know I used to think something was wrong? You never even spoke to each other. It's only now I'm beginning to understand why.
Well, whatever you think you understand, young lady, you only understand the half of it. Your mother and I love each other.
Oh, please. I grew up with a woman who was constantly in pain. You know why? Because you were cheating on her. In fact, you weren't just cheating on her, you were cheating on me, you were cheating on all of us. I mean, what's this holiday about anyway, Dad? Have you finally found the balls to leave? Is that what's going on?
I'd never leave your mother. You can ask her. We would never separate.
Oh, right. So you're just down here having a couple of one-night stands. Is that it? Is that why you're screwing my
Look,
collar?
we'll talk
Or is
about
that a
that some other
diversion?
time. We'll
You
talk
know,
about that
I don't
later.
even know why I bother. I honestly don't, but I actually thought that this time you wanted to spend some time with me.
Now, you listen to me, young lady. I came here because I have something important to talk to you about.
Bullshit, bullshit, Dad. You know why? Because this is the same bullshit patterns that you've always done. It's the same crap. You demand the earth from me, everything. But you, oh no, you don't have to do anything. You can just go and do whatever you want. You suit yourself. You couldn't give a shit about the consequences, could you?
Finished?
No, I haven't, actually. I grew up not even knowing you. You know why? Because you were never home, Dad. You were never here. And you know what the saddest part of it all is I thought it was my fault. I thought you disappointed in me. You're always off looking round the corner for your next bit of happiness, or you're off in somebody else's bed. Didn't matter who, it's just whoever you found that night. Remember?
Max.
Hey, look. Come on. I didn't come here to argue about your child. Time's too short. Hey. Come on.
What is it, Bill?
No, we need to pick Alistair up.
Bill the cop?
That's right, yeah.
How are you?
All right, you're Jim, are you? Maxine's old man?
You're considered a bit of a saint. Well, I hope you are. There's nothing less than the best is good enough for my daughter.
– 24 hours he's been here. And he has got me feeling hurt and betrayed all over again. It's pretty good for 24 hours.
Right, listen, is Alistair out here? Okay.
Do whatever I can to keep you out of there.
Hey, Alistair.
Hang on, whoa! Come here! Hold it there, you little prick, come here! I just got to talk to you. Hey! All right, put your hands. I'm going to look down. Okay, let's take it easy. Put the thing down.
Drop it.
Come on, Alistair.
Come on.
Clear this rough.
Alistair.
No, easy. What are you doing? All right, relax. I think we've seen
Nothing,
that.
you just got his head in the headlock.
Settle down, you won't get hurt. All right?
I thought we had a wall.
Rules
It's a
are meant to
load
be
of
broken,
bullshit.
you know that.
Guys, do you have to be that
Bill.
So you know this bloke, Alistair?
Yeah, seen him around, usual piss, eh?
Yeah? You see him night before last?
Don't remember.
No? It's Cole Parnesi. Now, he was hanging around with a mate of his, and this mate reckons that you were hassling both of them.
Who? Old Lionel? Please, that witness sees spiders on his arms.
Can you just pull it out here for me?
Huh? Excuse me?
Just pull it out.
Oh, go easy.
What about these? What about these? See, we've got shoe impressions from all around Anvil Street.
What?
Well, what if these match?
What if they don't?
What do you reckon, Detective? Do you think these will match?
I reckon they're a perfect match.
I think they're a pretty good match. So what happened, Alistair, eh? Poor old Cole Parnesi. You gave him a bit of a hiding and then you pinched all his welfare money, did you? Is that when he started to fight back? He fought back and then you stabbed him. Is that what happened?
I didn't stab anyone.
You stabbed him. You stabbed him 14 times.
Oh,
Got 8 in the chest, 3 in the stomach and 3 in the genital and groin area.
This is
that what it's come
bullshit.
to, Alistair? Hey, you're carving up poor old drunks and then you're setting them on fire. Is that what you're doing?
No, I didn't do
You're setting
any of
these
this. I didn't
poor
do
old
any of
buggers
this
on
crap.
fire. Didn't you? We've got a witness that puts you in the crime scene there.
I bashed the guy, alright?
You bashed the guy.
Yeah.
What else happened?
I decked him.
Yeah.
Kicked
bloody
him a
oath
few
you did.
times when he was on the ground.
Yeah. So then you pinched
Then-
his money, did you?
Yeah. Took his money and we went.
You remember rolling him that... What? We? Who's we?
That kid that was tagging along, go ask him.
Who? Which kid's that? Huh? Which kid? Your mate Alistair reckons you were with him the other night when he had the blue with the old drunk. Did you see that fight?
No.
No?
No.
Did you see him have an argument with anybody or, hassling anybody at all?
No.
You see, this old bloke's dead, Josh. Now, Alistair reckons he had the fight with him. He reckons he didn't kill him. Now, you're a mate of his, aren't you?
He's cool.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So Alistair reckons that you were with him there, reckons that you saw him have the fight with the old bloke, and then you ran away. Now, if he's a mate of yours, you got to tell me something so we can help him.
Well, I didn't see anything. I wasn't there. Didn't see anything.
All right. Off you go then. Come on, Alistair. Get out of here. Deke, take him out, will you?
You okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Maxine, have a word with you for a minute,
Yeah.
please? What do you reckon of this thing with Alistair?
I don't know. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be happening, you know.
I mean, if Josh did see something, and he's hanging Alistair out to dry on this
Well,
one.
you know, I mean, is it any wonder? A father like that? He's the most violent drunk. Josh cops it all the time. In fact, I think the entire family.
Okay, well, listen, Josh trusts you. Can you ever talk to him? You ever talk to him? Mr. Addison.
G'day.
No.
Denise tells me you've got some street kid for killing a Darrow. So where's my son in there?
Well, he just might have seen something, that's all.
If he'd seen something, he'd tell you. He's a stupid little bugger, but he's not as stupid as that.
Yeah. Well, we won't keep him too much longer. We just need to ask him a few more questions, and then, he'll be able to go.
Certainly.
Okay.
You're trying to trap me for the cops.
Hey, look, all they want to know is exactly what you saw that night. That's it.
I'm not a liar.
I didn't say you were. But look, I can understand it if Alistair's lied, hoping that you'll cover for him, and you're too scared to say anything in case of what your dad does. Is that what it is? You're scared? You're a bit frightened?
No. No.
Is it? You're frightened?
No.
That's what it is, isn't it? You're a scared little
I wasn't
girl.
scared, all right. Alistair decked him easy.
Okay, so what did you see?
Nothing.
If you saw him deck him easy, what did you see?
I didn't see anything.
You were in
I
the
wanna go home.
laneway. You were in the
I want to go
laneway.
home.
Scared. You might as well go then.
They're just down the runway.
He was there. Well, I mean, of course he was there, but he's not going to tell me anything. He doesn't trust me. Too many years of adults letting him down. And, if you can't trust your own father, who can you trust?
You okay?
Yeah, I guess we're a bit in your face with her.
Well, I've made a career out of pissing Maxine off. What's your excuse?
I found her father attractive.
You ever been to the Easter show and wandered through the livestock pens?
You know, I don't make a habit of it.
I proposed to a woman once there in the sheep pen. She was one of the farmhands, beautiful 22-year-old, with that country bloom. We just got talking and just found myself holding her hand and I proposed.
So, what happened?
Maxine, who was 5 at the time, grabbed me on the nuts and demanded another bag of fairy floss.
Oh, so you were already married?
Well, it's one of those times where life just sort of turns on a pin. It's just her and me.
And your daughter?
Yeah, I think she was trying to tell me something which I didn't quite get.
So were there other girls?
Oh, I didn't want to be one of those losers who gets to 65 and gets a bad case of the what-ifs.
Oh, sure, I understand. I'm the same way myself.
No, it's different if you're single, you see. You can't hurt anybody if you're married.
Have you tried talking to Max about all this?
Well, it's sort of part of the reason that I'm down here, but I don't know, well, seems to be the wall that's developed between us.
What are those?
Panadol.
Yeah, I know what Panadol are. Jesus, I hope it's nothing contagious.
No.
Something serious, isn't it? Hey, Max.
Oi.
Finishing up?
Yep. It's been a long day.
Listen, Max, what happened last night had nothing to do with you. It wasn't about you.
Yeah, I just... You know, my work colleague, my dad, I really feel like I'm in there somewhere.
Yeah, I know, but it just happened.
Well, it's just been happening all of my life.
Did your dad mention why he was in town?
Yeah, he was seeing colleagues.
Doctors. Did you ask him why?
No.
Ask him.
Why?
Just ask him.
I should have picked it earlier, but I've just had so much going on.
And you're pretty sure it's Neil Addison's cockatoo, right?
Positive. It's a typical warning sign, you know? Animal mutilation. It's, for me, interfering.
Okay. Mr. Addison.
G'day. What do you want? What's she doing here?
Well, we're wanting to have a talk to Josh, if that's all right. Do you mind if I come in and talk to him?
No, I don't think you should talk to him. He's been through a lot.
I noticed your cockatoo's missing.
He killed your cockatoo and left it on my windscreen.
Got away, that's all.
Has Josh been here all
did
day?
it?
G'day, Josh.
Yeah, he's been at home with his mother.
Hey,
Have
Mr.
you got a
Addison?
warrant for this?
No, I don't, actually. Is it all right if I come in and talk to Josh? Just quickly? Won't take too long.
I've just told you, I don't want you to talk to him. He's not had the best of times. I'd rather he not be disturbed.
Well,
I don't want you to talk to
if I could come
him.
in and just have a look at Josh's bedroom.
Do
All right.
it!
Thank
Just
you,
do
Mrs.
it, it's
Addison.
fine.
Thank you.
Do what you have to do.
All right. So this your bedroom, is it, Josh?
Step out the way.
So you like snakes and spiders and things, do you? Yeah? What's the big black one in the bottle here? Josh? So what do we got here? You wouldn't have found this in your cornflakes box, would you? Dick, do you recognise this?
It's a toy one.
Sorry?
It's a toy one. It's a replica or something.
It's a replica, is it? Is that a replica?
No, it's a real DCM.
Thank you, Detective. I think we need to talk to you, Josh. I think we need to talk to your father as well. Now, Josh, I've got a fair idea of the sort of thing you've been through that led up to the other night, and I need you to tell me exactly what happened because I want to help you as much as possible. You understand that? Okay, so you were with Alistair when he gave the old Darrow a bit of a hiding the other night, weren't you? Yeah. So how did it make you feel watching him do that sort of thing?
The other guy was bigger than him and he was pretty angry, pretty pissed. Alistair, you know, sat him on his ass. It was cool.
So did you give him a bit of a hand? I mean, put a few kicks in as well? So Alistair robbed him then? Is that when you took the medal?
No.
Well, you came back later, did you, with Alistair?
No, just me.
Can you just stop putting words in his mouth, please?
Mrs. Addison, I have...
Just let him speak.
Could you sit down, please?
Yeah. Come on.
I need to ask him these questions. I have to find out what happened.
Josh has got to do it in his words, all right?
If you could allow me to ask your son these questions, then we can get that over and done with. I do need to find out.
He's going to make you leave, all right?
Okay. So, mate, when you went into the alley, was the old bloke still alive?
Yeah, he was moving a bit, groaning.
And what were you thinking when you saw him groaning and stuff?
Well, I stood up over the top of him, you know, like Dad does after he's kicked my legs out. And I just thought, this is why he does it, it's a buzz.
Right. And what'd you do then?
Went through his pockets, got the medal, he grabbed my arm, started screaming and, you know, yelling at me and, you know, then he punched me. And, you know, so I had my knife and I just cut him. And he kept screaming at me and...
So where'd you stab him, mate?
All over. Yeah. Here, everywhere. He just kept stabbing him, kept screaming, then he stopped. And I thought, oh, he's dead now. And then I cut him 3 times.
Why was that?
Just to see if people bleed after they die. They do a bit.
So why'd you burn him? Was that to cover up what you did?
I didn't burn him.
Mrs. Addison, could I ask you to leave the room, please? Because I need to talk to Josh a bit more.
So that makes you accessory to murder. Do you know what that means? Hey, do you?
He's my son. I did what any other father would have done.
But what would any other father have done? Hey, you tell me.
He came home late. There was blood all over his clothes. I made him tell me what he'd done.
You punch him around a bit?
Yeah. After
you
what
punched
he'd
him
done,
around
I
a bit,
punched him
didn't you?
around a bit.
Yeah, good. What else? What else?
I made him take off his clothes. I made him have a shower. I burnt the clothes. I went back to the alley and I found the body and I burnt it.
Why would you do that? Hey?
Because I didn't want the kid to get into trouble.
Yeah, it's a good little story you got there. I mean, if you get yourself a good enough lawyer, I think the jury might even buy that. But the real crime here isn't the cover-up that you got going here. It's what you've actually done to the boy, right? It's all the shit that you've done to your family all this time, which isn't going to come in court.
What would you know?
No one's going to see that.
Little walk.
What'd you say?
You got kids?
You need a bit more
Have you got
respect,
kids?
You know what I mean?
No.
The only reason the boy's in this place
He's
in the
mine.
first place...
I made it.
Because you!
He never raised a hand to his father. He never slapped his brother even.
Come on, Denise. Come on, you know the answer. Hey? You know what he's been through.
I begged Neil not to. Always, I begged him.
Did you?
But he has a drink and he loses it. Josh should just get in the way.
Maybe begging just doesn't cut it, Denise. It doesn't work.
What happens now?
Josh is going to be detained, and the juvenile justice system is going to come in and they're going to take over. Be detained for a couple of years. Maybe he'll go to adult jail. Look, if he's lucky, you know, on the good side, he'll find someone that, you know, that he can look up to, that'll look after him.
I've lost him there.
You've got to get out. You've got to get out of there. Hey?
I've got an old aunt.
Okay.
Neil thinks we've lost touch. But you can always count on families, can't you?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, wait up and around here. Well done now.
I think I'd just like to give you something.
What is it?
This belonged to your father.
It's a medal. What's it for?
It's a Distinguished Conduct Medal
Distinguished conduct.
for extreme bravery in the field.
Dad.
Yes. In September 1971, in a place called the Phuc Tuy Province, a platoon of Australian soldiers was overrun by a battalion of Viet Cong. The Australian soldiers had an APC, which is an armoured personnel carrier, with them at the time. The front of the APC was set on fire. A few of the blokes were burning. The track was taken off and the rear door was twisted shut. Your father, under sustained and heavy fire, ran to the back of the APC and jemmied open the back door and pulled these blokes out.
My dad did.
Your father did, yes.
And that's what he got this for?
Yes. For extreme bravery in the field. I just wanted to let you know that your father wasn't a crazy drunk or a dero. And he wasn't a loser. Your father was a very brave and courageous man. I just wanted to let you know that.
Thanks.
You're more than welcome.
Good night, Dad.
Oh, sure. A few drinks with friends. All male.
When are you going to tell me about this? Hey? When are you going to tell me about that? It's not my field, but
Mine neither. I saw the specialist this morning and I was going to tell you at lunchtime.
yeah, I wasn't really in the mood, was I?
But since you've been through my undies, I have a frontal lobe tumour. It's most likely malignant. It's a bastard, isn't it?
Is it operable?
Well, a few more tests and a lot of talking, and then we'll have an answer.
So you haven't told Mum yet?
I wanted to be sure first.
Jesus, Dad.
Oh, look. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to bloody die. I've got too much to do. Look, I promised myself years ago, Southeast Asia, I'll go back there.
What about your treatment?
I'll fit it in, see? In the 60s, I saw Vietnam from the inside of a hospital tent. This time, I'm going to do something more useful.
What about Mum? Hey? Don't want to spend some time with her, or...?
She'll come. A twilight stroll through the jungle with me. I think she deserves that, if she still wants to come. But let me give you something. You're brilliant. You're beautiful. Your life matters. I've always believed that. But you don't need me to tell you that.
Well, Dad doesn't actually leave until next week, but I want to spend as much time with him and Mum as I can. This could be the last time we're together, so I want to make the most of the time we've got left. Honestly, I don't know why he just didn't come out and tell me, you know.
Well, yeah, it's not always that easy to tell people those sort of things. You probably didn't know how you were going to respond anyway.
Oh, thanks. Not that much of a bitch.
No, but you're not always that easy to read either.
So, what are you saying, that I'm not straight with you?
Well, no, I mean, you're always straight with me. It's just a couple of areas where you're not so straight, you know?
Just...
Yeah, well, you did tell me certain things when you'd had a few drinks a couple of weeks ago. Anyway, you're probably too drunk, it didn't count.
It counted.